Good morning. This is the pre-market report for 30th March 2022. Now, I hope you watched yesterday's video in which I had covered Axis Bank and given a trade plan as I'm also holding the stock as I had shared in the video. So if you haven't watched it, then do watch it, as that is key as of now. Now coming to today's trading plan, the American market has performed well, as I've been saying from last week Thursday that the American market will continue its uptrend. However, that uptrend has not been followed by the Indian market, and that is primarily due to local issues. But now I expect the index to once again try to have a rise, but it all depends on certain conditions. Number one, for the Nifty, when we look at it, the Nifty has to break above 17,460, and that will be finally a breakout of the box range which it has been trading in for quite some time. Inside this box range you had small gap up, small gap down, like yesterday there was a small gap up, then stagnation and a rise. So if we can clear this, and the clearing of it sustains with a good enough pattern on the 3-hour, 4-hour charts, then we'll be in for a new up move. However, if that cannot occur in the longer time frames, then I do not advise for that. Also, the people who had listened to me in my Monday pre-market video and had taken a mildly bullish position in the Nifty via option sells, or even if you are taken by the longer term option buys, you should be in a decent good profit, so you can now keep the stop closer to retain the profit. So if this fails, you're out. If it goes through, then naturally you'll be in a bigger profit. So coming to Bank Nifty, the Bank Nifty also basically has to break yesterday's high. If it does so, then we'll be at an interesting point, as it has held the 30-day moving, 20-day moving average, as I had said, on the daily chart. Now, if it breaks yesterday's high, then we'll be heading towards the change of polarity zone that I have been talking about since the day I started my pre-market video. This is as the index will once again have to test this zone to go above it. As long as it stays below this, we're not going to have any good up move in the stocks, the banking sector and the banking index. Coming to the intraday levels, basically for the Nifty, I see an initial resistance at 17,438, and second, I'm opening it on my other screen so I can see via the chart basis. I see a resistance at 17,438 and another resistance at 17,480. Now the 17,438 resistance will provide some sort of an initial hurdle, but the main one I'm worried about is 17,480. If it does manage to clear that, and 17,580 and 17,690, but this one will be the initial hurdle for the index. On the support one, 17,260 to 17,280, it is a good enough support, strong enough. However, if that breaks, this one holding can help to a certain extent, but it's not that strong as these two. So basically, the first hurdle we have to watch at the open, if we have a gap up, is if it clears this 17,438. If it opens around this, I will not go straight away long. I will wait for it to cool down a bit, or to have a clear breakout from the resistance. So the 17,480 is the next target, and then 17,580. Now when you come to the Bank Nifty, 36,170, the first point resistance. I believe that is just a bit above. No, the high of yesterday was 36,81. So this is about 100 points above that, 90 points above that. So I would not go long in Bank Nifty as an intraday trader unless it breaks 36,170. If we have a gap up initially. If we break 36,170, then 36,380 will provide some good resistance, some decent resistance I would say, but the main resistance I'll be watching is 36,630 to 36,840. That will be a very key hurdle for the index. Now coming to Bank Nifty, supports 35,690 is I'll classify this as a normal support, not a very strong one, as the main support is these two. So if it manages to retrace to this level, then do be a bit cautious when going long if you're seeing a pullback there. However, these two are very strong support zones. So how I see it is that basically on the positional trades I hold, I plan to continue holding them. As in the bigger scale of things, I expect Bank Nifty to test 36,634 or the change of polarity line, or how I put 36,630 to 36,840. Basically, I believe if it goes to test this zone, it will reach up to 36,840 since that's a quant resistance zone. And the same applies for the Nifty, as I maintain my bullish positions in it on a positional basis. However, on intraday is naturally you're playing each swing. So do not go immediately long until you see the first candle form with some strength. Good luck trading, and do like and subscribe to the channel.